Hello, Instagram. How are we doing? Welcome to yet another episode of Club Live, and we're bringing you something super special today, yet again. Hello. Wow. Hi, Sakshi. Hi, Neetu. Hello, Nandini. Hey, Siddhi. Wow, I'm loving the excitement and energy already. And happy Halloween to everyone. We are absolutely loving today's feed and all the colors and the makeup creativity that everyone's tagging us in and showing us. Hi, Rekha. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Hi, Ritu. We're just going to wait for a couple of seconds for our viewers to join in, and I'm going to invite, of course, our guest expert. Hey, Nikki. Hi. Hi, Neha. Happy Halloween to you too, all. Okay, so I'm going to wait for our guest expert to join us. And before she does, I just want to tell you all that today's topic is super exciting and interesting. It's about hacks on how you can make your eyes look and appear bigger. Eyes are one of the most beautiful and prominent features of our faces, and women absolutely love to accentuate it, right? So, we're going to call our beauty expert super soon. I'm going to see if she's here so that I can pull her in. Okay, let me find her. How's it going? Tell me in comments on how you're feeling today. Thank you for joining, you all. I promise you this is going to be a great Club Live. In the meantime, you all can also put in your questions. The topic for today is hacks on how to make your eyes appear bigger. And we will be answering all these questions super soon for you. So much excitement. I'm loving it. Hetal, hi. Someone says, I just posted a reel. Of course, thank you. Thank you, Coco. We're going to check it out super soon. What else? What else? How's everyone doing? Okay, looks like our guest is unable to join us, and I'm going to figure this out. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, she's here. Hi. Hello, Vidya. Hi, we
Hi
face some.
everyone.
How are you?
Really good, and I'm really looking forward to these hacks because these hacks, trust me, Rishita, I do not share with anyone.
We're
So, so what, so what I want to start off with today is
yep.
hacks on getting that perfect, long-lasting base, and then after that, we'll then go on to a perfect foundation base, and then lastly, how to get that perfect, big, doe-eyed look which everyone wants,
Can't
whether it's
wait.
a puppy look, whether it's a bridal, we all want that big, bright-eyed look. Yeah,
Yay,
this is
yay.
Nicole, my model.
Hi, hi. Thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, she can't hear you. Yeah. Just say thank you.
Okay, so much. Yeah, before we even get into it, I want to tell all our viewers, of course, everyone knows you, but for everyone who's joined in a little later, I want to tell everybody that, guys, this is Vidya Tikari, and she's absolutely amazing. She's a professional makeup artist, an entrepreneur, and also a beauty trainer. A fun fact about her and her team, of course, is that she's made it to the Limca Book of Records in the year 2011, and she's someone who has serviced clients worldwide. She's also responsible for working with some of these stunning Bollywood names that we all know of, like Sushmita Sen, Bipasha Basu, Malaika Arora, you name it, and she's worked with them. And
Monica,
oh
Deepika,
yes, oh
Neha
yes,
Dhupia,
goes
Dia
on.
Mirza,
So
Bipasha.
Thank you for joining us and doing this for us. And yes, let's just get right into it. And we would love to know these hacks.
Sure. So I'm starting off with the first, how to make a long-lasting makeup. So we have Nicole here. Her face is absolutely devoid of anything. So what I'm going to start off with first is I'm going to moisturize. So before using a foundation, we want the skin to be super hydrated and super healthy. So what I'm going to use is this beautiful cream by Crayon. It's from the private collection. It's called the Day Moisturizer. Okay. So
Okay.
everything here is sanitized. Okay. That's really important. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this onto my palette. Okay. Mm. So I'm just going to then use it straight onto her face. So her face is absolutely clean. It has nothing on. It's just been washed. So I'm going to use the moisturizer first,
Okay.
hydrating her skin. And for those of you who feel that you have extra dry skin, it's getting into autumn and it's getting into winter, use a little drop of a face oil into it. And it really, really hydrates and gives it that beautiful shine. Now, the thing with face oil is I always like to use it after using a moisturizer. So I feel a moisturizer just seals the skin. And then if you want a little bit more of a glow, a little bit more of moisturizing, just use a little drop of a face oil and you can just use it on the highlight or the dry areas of the face.
Lovely.
Okay, so now that my moisturizer is on, just give it a little bit of time just to settle. Then I'm going to use a powder. Now this powder is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to use it with a face brush. So I'm just taking a liberal amount on my brush.
So we first,
And
so the moisturizer and then
moisturizer.
some face oil.
And then
Okay.
and
And
then
then we're
the
putting on
powder
the
all
powder.
the way through. You want to keep or lock in that moisture in that face. And the only way you can lock it in is by using a translucent powder. And a translucent powder has to be really of very good quality. So that's why I'm using the Laura Mercier. I love it. And I think most people worldwide use the Laura Mercier translucent. Okay, it doesn't
Nice.
change or alter the base or the foundation or the cream on the face. It just keeps it stable. Okay, so I've dusted on that translucent powder. It's got no color, it's got no shine, it's got nothing. It's the only job it has is just to keep the moisture in the face.
Sure. Okay.
Now, the third hack to this step is we're going to use a mattifying this is called the Urban Decay All
Okay.
Nighter. It's a makeup setting spray. It's a long lasting spray. It's matte, it doesn't have any color, it doesn't have any shine. The only thing it has to do is keep the base very stable. And that is what we do before we apply any foundation or any concealers or color correctors. So what I'm going to do is spray this all over the face. Close your eyes, hold your breath.
Also, Vidya, a couple of our viewers would like to see the product that you've used. So could you maybe just bring this closer to the lens so that we all can
Right.
see
So
the spray
so
that you've
let's
used?
go right from the beginning. We're going to go number one. It's your fantastic cream. Whatever cream you want to use, it has to be very, very moisturizing.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's the,
so you can just link it. You can write Crayon Day, the moisturizer, Day Moisturizer, okay, from the private collection. That's
got it.
number one.
Yep.
Then number two is your Laura Mercier translucent
Yeah.
powder. I'm just going to show you the back of it. Can you see that?
Yep.
L'Oreal
That's
Mousse translucent powder.
powder.
Number two, to
Okay.
lock in the moisturizer, and that's really important for a long lasting base. Number
Super.
three is your Urban Decay All Nighter. It's your makeup setting spray, your long lasting spray. Okay. And the great thing about these things is it's oil free, it's temperature control, it's paraben free, if you can see it.
Also,
Okay. This is a fantastic.
it looks really compact and handy. You can just drop it in your purse and get on with your day.
Yeah, it is. It is one of those products. It's a mini product, so it's really nice. And this is something which you need all the time before starting your makeup and right at the end. Okay,
Perfect.
so
Yeah.
those are the three steps which I like to use for a long-lasting base. Now we're
Okay.
going to go in for a flawless makeup. So what I'm going to start off with is my concealer. Now, the concealer which I'm using is slightly a color correcting concealer. Now, this one in particular is the NARS concealer,
Okay.
and the color is called Caramel. So you can see this
Okay.
concealer's got a slight orange tinge.
Yes.
Okay, now this
Yeah.
is really important to cut out any gray areas or
Mm-hmm.
any pigmented areas, any darker areas on the face.
Before
So I'm going to use this.
Sorry. Before you move on, one of our viewers here, Yogita, wants to know what's the name of the foundation you've used. But I don't think you've used any foundation, have you?
You haven't used foundation. This is the foundation class. So Yogita, you're right on time. Okay. So first of all, we're starting off with a color correcting concealer. It's the Caramel by NARS. It's the soft matte concealer. You can see
Yeah.
it. Okay. So I'm going to go straight into the areas where I feel she has darkness. You can just look
Mm.
up. Nicole? Great. So these are the areas commonly where most women tend to get a little bit gray or a little bit brown or a tinge of purple underneath the eyes. And
Yeah.
this will help combat any darkness or any kind of a grayness underneath the eyes. So I'm just using it where it's required.
So right under the eyes.
Right. And wherever there's any pigmentation, a lot of women have pigmentation on their forehead, on their cheeks, or around the mouth area. You can use this slightly orange colored concealer in those areas. And you'll find,
Super.
yeah, this particular product works on oily and dry skins. It's called the soft matte concealer. No, it depends. If you're fair, you can use, instead of using caramel, you can use ginger. Ginger is slightly lighter. So it depends. Every skin tone requires a different color, obviously.
Fair
So
enough.
if
So
for
to answer,
her,
for you or for any other shade, for anything lighter, you could use ginger. Don't worry, I'm going to take up all the questions. Kushi here wants to know which pack brush do you use for concealing and blending?
I'm using a 105.
Got it. So it's the PAC 105.
Yeah.
Also,
You can use the
uh,
cotton shadow also.
sorry to cut you. Ritika Bharti here wants to know what do you use to hide fine lines under the eyes?
I use the soft matte concealer. It's the best product ever. And then, of course, the various layers on top of it. But this is the best product to hide fine lines. You
God.
can use a primer which has four filling products in it. It's a four filling
Mm-hmm.
primer so that can kind of fill up slight fine lines, but nothing like the soft matte NARS concealer. Nothing like this. This is just the best. This is the caramel.
us.
Sorry, this is the ginger. This is the caramel. So the caramel is slightly darker. You can see.
Got it.
Okay.
Right. So for viewers who've joined us slightly late, just to catch you up, Vidya is showing us hacks on how to make your eyes appear bigger, and she just showed us how to do a flawless base. And currently, she's doing the under eyes, and we're going to ask her what she's going to do next. Over to you, Vidya.
Yeah. So now what I like to use is my favorite foundation. This is the Marc Jacobs. This is pretty, it's remarkable. It's actually called the Remarkable Foundation. It's called number 50. No, this is a little bit too dark for her. I would use the number 52. This is the number
Okay.
52, Honey Light Remarkable. It's the full coverage foundation.
Got it. Also, Vidya, Surbi here wants to know if you've used two kinds of concealers for her. Did you use both ginger and caramel, or was it just one shade?
For her, only caramel,
Okay,
but you can use ginger for fairer people. And I could have used ginger for her as well, but I just felt that caramel would really knock out her dark circles.
fair enough. Makes sense.
Um, so I'm just popping a little bit of foundation onto my palette. Okay. And now I'm using a foundation brush just to blend it through. And then I'm going to start right on the bottom of her face, around the jawline, all the way through.
Okay.
And I'm just pushing it. I'm not rubbing it. And I want the makeup to be very stable. And I want it to look absolutely flawless. So that is why I'm pushing it into the skin.
Also, Vidya, Annie here wants to know, is this foundation for dry skin or oily skin?
All skins. For all skins.
For all skin types. Okay, Zala girl, which foundation is this? This is the foundation by
Mark, Mark
Remarkable
Jacobs.
by
By
Marc Jacobs.
Mark Jacobs.
Right. Okay, the
So I
look
don't
is
know if any of you guys are doing any Halloween today, but this would be a perfect base for your Halloween night because it's going to be a very long night, I'm sure, for most of you.
oh
And I know
yes.
Nicole has Halloween plans, right? So I'm going to create a perfect base for her Halloween night.
Yeah, I'm sure one of these digital parties online where we can all dress up and go to. Pooja
Is it
here
a
wants
digital party? It's a house
what
party, so everything works. House party. Okay. I'm gonna kill it tonight.
to take a couple of
So what
questions.
I'm doing, I'm just using a beauty blender again, just to push the foundation into the skin because we want the foundation to be very stable and long
Sure.
lasting. And remember, the foundation is done on top of powder and a setting spray, so it should really be absolutely very close to the skin and really, really long lasting.
Sure.
Okay, so now once I feel that the foundation is absolutely blended onto our skin, I'm going to go on to the next layer.
Okay. Also, Vidya, can I take a couple of questions? Because one of our viewers here,
Yes.
Pooja, she wants to know what primer is best for all skin types, according to you.
The primer which I love to use is by Guerlain. Okay,
Okay.
this is the Meteorites by Guerlain, and there's also L'Or, L apostrophe O-R. Okay,
Okay.
L'Or. That's in a golden color. This one's more in a kind of like a pinky silver color, but they're fabulous. These are the ones which I use. And if you have kind of a lot of pores, then probably you can use a Benefit one. Benefit's also fantastic out there.
Right. Thank you. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
Sheikh asking us about the foundation name again. So that's Remarkable by Marc Jacobs. Sheikh, don't worry,
Yes.
we'll be uploading this video again on our IGTV so that you all can catch up. So don't worry about that. Okay, what are we doing next, Vidya?
Okay, I'm just gonna blend that slightly onto the neck because I just don't want any color variation
Okay.
from her face to her neck. So make sure it's all well covered. Now, for a really long lasting and even base, I'm going to go back over with my all-nighter. This is the makeup setting spray, the long lasting spray.
Okay.
Close your eyes, hold your
So
breath.
wait, again, right? This is the second time we're using
Yeah,
this product.
yeah. And make sure it's dry completely. And for those of you who feel your skin's really dry
Right.
during these months, these winter months, avoid using too much powder. You've already used powder. So if you feel you need powder underneath the eyes where it starts cracking or creasing, you can go ahead and use powder in those areas. If you feel your T-zone is really oily, use powder in those areas. Otherwise, don't overload the skin with too much powder. It really doesn't require it. For Nicole, I'm trying to figure out where she needs the powder. I'll probably use a little bit of powder around the eye area. Otherwise, I think the rest of the skin is absolutely flawless and beautiful. So I'm going back, not with my translucent powder, but I'm going back with a compact powder this time. Okay, have a look. This is the Guerlain. I love Guerlain products, so I always use Guerlain.
Okay. Cool.
Have a look
So
at
first
this.
you used the Laura Mercier while we were prepping the base, and now that you've put on the foundation, you're going to use Guerlain for her as the loose powder, the compact powder.
That's right. So I'm
But
just going to use the Praline Gold and I'm going to use it. I'm going to place it underneath the eye area. Make sure, just look up, make sure that there's no lines sitting underneath the eyes. Look up. And the beauty blender which I'm using is by D Beauty. It's a wonderful beauty blender. You can see that it has different angles to it and you can use it in all different ways possible. So it's a clever beauty blender.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just pressing the powder underneath the eyes. And remember, guys, whenever you're double dipping, you have to use a makeup sanitizer. And the makeup sanitizer, which I like to use and which I have been using for the last few months, is by Perrine. It's the makeup disinfectant with 70% alcohol. It kills bacteria from the cosmetic products and beauty tools. Okay? So every professional person, and I feel even for yourself, you need to pick up one of these. It's for 990 rupees.
Super. Thanks. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And these days, in these very difficult days, I feel, especially for us makeup artists, we've got to really keep our tools and makeup absolutely sanitized. So what I normally do after using it is I just spritz it. You see that?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's how I do it. Okay, so now we're going to go straight on to how to make the eyes look as big as possible. But before I go straight onto the eyes, I'm going to tell you a little bit quickly about how to contour because I don't want you looking absolutely black. So quickly, I am going to contour her face just to give her a little bit of shape.
Oh, yes. And
Okay.
while you're at it, Vidya, one of our viewers, Geetika, you can keep going on. I'll ask you questions. So Geetika wants to know, are compact powder and banana powder the same, or are they any different?
Banana powder is just a loose powder, and compact is a compact powder. So they're two different things. They're totally different things. Compact is a compact powder, and a banana powder is a loose powder, and it has a color, which is yellow. I don't use yellow. I use colors according to the skin tone. So, for those of you who like to use just a yellow banana powder, go ahead. But I,
Makes
I honestly feel there's no need in using yellow on a skin where we're not really a yellow tone, right? We've got
oh,
different tones. We've got beige, we've got biscuit, we've got medium tones, we've got light tones, darker tones. So yellow's always incorporated in our colors, but I just don't like using the banana powder by itself. I don't see.
Sheikh wants to know what's the name of the contour stick that you just used.
The contour stick is by Nika. Just a second,
Okay.
I have to just find it because my assistant has put it away somewhere. Okay, so it's by Nika and it's
Okay.
07.
Awesome. So that's in the shade 07 Sheikh, and you can find it on
Yeah, so
Nykaa.
basically it's a foundation stick, right? So the color is the 07. So for her, it's a contour color. For other people, it could be a foundation color.
Cool. Another hack, of course, for some of our viewers who could use foundation stick as a contour. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So now we're going to go straight on to the eyes.
Yes.
Before I do the eyes, I would like to just clean up the lips. Now, what I like to use is the Egyptian magic. Now, in these months, I use Egyptian magic on my face, on my nails, on my elbows, on my feet, on my cuticles, everywhere, lips. So it's a fantastic magical product which I use. It
And
just moisturizes. You can
where do
buy
we
it
find?
on Beauty Source. That's the best online place to buy it on. I would not buy it on Amazon. A lot of times it's fake. Um, Beauty Source, right? Beauty Source, Beauty Source America, I would say.
Beauty Source. Got it. So for anyone who wants to pick up this product, you can head to Nykaa or Beauty Source and grab it.
So the first thing before I start any eye makeup,
Okay, Vidya, you seem to be stuck to me. Okay, you're back.
down.
Lashes.
So I like to curl the lashes and open them up.
Okay, and this is before we do anything else, like
Yes, it just curls
got
the
it.
lashes and it opens them up, especially if you have small eyes or droopy eyes. You want the eyes to look brighter, bigger, a little bit more engaging. This is
Yep.
what you do first, is open up the lashes. Okay? And then we start off with a little bit of skin tone. This is the second most important thing, is the skin tone kajal, which I'm using. Make sure it's absolutely sanitized and sharpened.
Okay.
And I'm using it right inside the lash line. Okay?
Okay, and this is placed right on the waterline, right?
Yes.
Got it.
No problem. Make sure that you sanitize or you sharpen the pencil before capping it. Okay, so now this 1 millimeter of a skin tone or a white color will make our eyes pop a little bit more. Now, when you're using a white or a skin tone in the waterline, you've got to support it with a darker color on the outside of the lash line. So that's the
Sure.
next thing which we're going to do. We're going to use a little bit of color on the eyes just to make it pop, especially if you have hooded eyes or if you have eyes which are a little droopy, it'll really make them a little bigger, brighter, and lift them up. So the next product which you need is a brown Kajal pencil. Now the one which I'm using is the color bar. Okay, this one's called Cocoa Bar 02. And how I'm using it is just on the end. Okay, have a look at that.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yep.
And now before it dries, I'm just blending it. Now, if you guys caught me a couple of weeks ago on Airblack, I did a very similar technique on my party makeup or my festival makeup.
Yes.
Close your eyes.
Oh, you
Close
did.
your
And
eyes.
members here are also Airblack members. So, guys, if you want to catch up on that episode again, you can go check out the app, go on the session, and watch the recording all over again.
Okay, so that's one layer of the brown, if you can see. Okay, can we all see that? The one layer of the brown. I'm just
Yes.
going to give
Looks
it
really.
another layer. Close your eyes, honey. Just scribble it on. See how I'm scribbling it on?
Yeah.
So simple. And then I'm just going to blend it.
Oh, this looks really nice already.
I'm just going to use my other brush just to further blend it. You need to use one brush which is intense and small and another brush which is slightly fluffier and bigger. And that's how it works. And in between, just keep cleaning your brush. Now, when you do the top of the lid, you've got to do the bottom part of the lid as well. So I use this way, and I'm just going to go
So, are we using
straight
the same product
on the bottom.
on the lower level, Vidya?
I can't hear you, honey.
So, are we using the same product on the lower line?
Yes.
Is it the same shade?
Yes, it's the same shade,
Okay, got it.
same pencil. So I'm just using it on the outer ends and the inner ends and not in the middle.
Okay.
I just want to open up the eyes, so I'm using it on the outer and inner. Okay, have a look. Can you see that? Look straight, honey.
Yes, got it. So it's color bar 02 that Vidya has used both on her.
Cocoa bar. Yeah, the color is Cocoa Bar 02.
Got it. And now we're repeating the same thing on her left eye.
Can you see the difference in both the eyes?
Oh, yes. And for all our viewers who joined in slightly later, I just want to highlight that Vidya curled her lashes right before doing this step. And it was a very prominent one. And don't catch up the whole episode of this Club Live on our IGTV, which we will be uploading right after.
And then I use
Super.
the skin tone kajal on the insides of the waterline.
Okay.
And that's to further open up the eyes and give it that 1 or 2 millimeters
Mm.
width inside. It kind of mimics the white of the eyes, the iris. Okay. So I've done one layer of the brown. I'm going to do another layer towards your eyes. And I'm just going to scribble it right here. This will open up the eyes. It's great for droopy eyes. It's good for overhanging lids. It's good just to open up the eyes right on the edges. And this is something which I do a lot for my eyes.
Great hack. Malika wants to know what's the brush number of this brand? What's the brush number if you could help us with?
I really don't know the brush number. It's a MAC brush, and it's
Okay.
so old that it's gone. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So
But I'll give you a similar brush. I'll give you a Morphe. Yeah. So But this is like similar. This is a crown brush. It's the
Okay.
C510. The C510.
Okay.
The crown.
So it's 510 by Crown.
Now I'm going to do the bottom part of the eye. Small
Okay.
brushes. So I'm just doing the outer edge and I'm doing the inner edge just to make it look bigger and to straighten it out. So I'm going to use my
Yeah, that's a
pencil brush, smudger brush, and then just my small little brush just to bend that through. Now, last but not least, we've got to use mascara, like a very
oh yeah.
fine mascara, just to
Oh,
completely open it out. And then maybe again the skin tone color, kajal. And that is how you make the eyes look as big as possible without actually wearing makeup. It's
hmm.
just to give the eyes a really bright, fresh look. I am going to use my sponge, the beauty blender, if I can find it. Just to clean up the inner eye area. Hi, Chahat.
Also, Vidya, some of our viewers are wondering what's the reason and logic behind, leaving out the middle area. Is there a reason why we're leaving out the
There is.
middle part?
It is. The reason is just look up, when you do the line all the way through, what happens is it makes the eyes look smaller, okay? Because you're doing like a semicircle. When you do the inner corner and you do the outer corner, it actually straightens out the eye and makes it look bigger and longer, elongated. So you just bring down the eye line from the inner corner down a little bit, and you bring down the eye line from the outer corner down, and you kind of like straighten it up. So if you go all the way through from the inner corner to the outer corner, it basically closes the eye up. We don't want to close it up. We want to open it out. So we want to straighten it out so we don't touch the middle. In fact, in the middle, you can actually do a very light highlighted color and it'll make the eyes pop and become rounder and bigger.
Wow, that's a really, really, so thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing next now?
Okay, so before I do a mascara, I'm just going to reinforce the color. I'm using the Tartiest Pro Tart Palette.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the same colors. Let's just see the colors, the beautiful colors here. I'm just going to use the browns. In the same direction and shape as what I did with the color bar, Cocoa Bar 02 pencil. I don't want it smudging. I want to set it, so I'm using the same color eyeshadow just to reinforce it. Just making it nice and soft. The other side, same color I'm using. See the brushes which I'm using? They're tiny, they're rounded, and they have long bristles. They don't have short bristles.
Yeah.
So the bristles, which are long, are the ones which you can use into the crease line and you can blend and smoothen the eyeshadow. The ones with the shorter bristles and which are a little bit more compact are great for around the kajal area, the eyeline area. But these ones are really good just to blend the crease line and to create shapes of the eyes.
Mm. Looks fab.
Okay.
Looks really good right now. And for our viewers who are asking us if you'll get the recording of the session, yes, you will. We will be uploading this on our IGTV, so you can catch up the entire episode right there. Okay, so what are we doing next, Vidya?
We're just cleaning up the eye area and using like a skin tone on the inner corner of the eyes.
Okay,
Just a matte skin tone. Okay, and now I'm going to be using my mascara. So the
finally.
mascara which I love to use is once again, is my Guerlain.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that with a wand, which is disposable. Although if you have your own mascara, please just use the wand, which is with the mascara, because half the job the wand actually does. It facilitates the product onto the lashes. So if you can use the original wand, which comes with the mascara, it's the best. Nothing beats that. But if you're using it on clients, please do use a disposable wand. Okay, look down, open your eyes. So I'm just going ahead and I'm doing a zigzag on the base of the lashes.
Okay, so for all our viewers who are watching this, Vidya is doing the zigzag motion on her upper eyelashes. And Vidya, are we going to be doing the same thing on the lower lashes, or is it just the
Yes,
upper
we
ones?
are. To the lower lash, we do have a mascara
Okay.
guard. So this is something which I like to use. Sabah, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's fabulous. Okay.
Nice. I'm loving this.
I don't know how you're going to be Halloweened, huh, Nicole, after looking so beautiful. Halloween. I'm just doing a little bit on the eyebrows because I just want to. I think this is all she really needs.
Lovely.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little brush right for the bottom of the lashes.
Okay.
Now have a look at what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing the product from the wand. Okay, a small little brush. And I am going, just look up, honey. Look up. I'm placing my guard right here and I'm painting on the bottom lashes. Very convenient. No smudging, no bloopies happening underneath the lashes.
Nice. And where
Have
can
a
you
look.
get Vidya? Where do we?
I got this from Ultra Beauty. Where can you get this, Amanda? I don't know. I got it on Ultra Beauty. Ultra Beauty.
Okay. So it's either Ultra Beauty or Nykaa then.
Ultra
Ulta, of
Beauty.
course. Ulta Beauty or Nykaa.
I don't know about Nika. I'm just guessing. You get everything under the sun there, but I'm not quite sure about it. I haven't ordered it from there. Ulta is an American brand.
And what do you call this tool, Vidya? How
It's
do
a
we?
lash guard. A
Oh,
lash guard.
a lash guard. There you go, Annie. This is something that's available on Ulta, and it's called the lash guard.
The other thing is to open up the eyes is to do the brows. So it's really important to get a wonderful brow color. Okay.
Mm.
I'm just using an eyeshadow. I find eyeshadows really helpful. And a brow brush. So it's double-ended. What I'm going to be doing is brushing the brows in the direction in which it grows and up and out in a 45-degree angle. I'm using the other side and I'm working on the top of the brows. I want to open up the brows as much as possible. So the bigger and higher the brows are, it creates more space in the eye area.
Okay. Wow, it's kind of transformed the whole look, the brows.
Yeah, the brows are really important. It just frames out the whole,
Yep,
not even the eyes, the whole face. It just frames it out.
absolutely. Incredible. Our
Okay,
viewers are
let's have a look.
a lot of emoticons, a lot of hearts, a lot of smileys. Awesome. So we're doing the other brow now.
So I'm just going to highlight underneath the brows. That will further lift inner corner of the eyes. You can even do a highlight on the top of the brows.
Hmm.
Just keeps it looking nice and neat.
Wow.
Okay. Same on this side. I'm just going to start with the arch, work the way down, and I'm just bringing up the brows as much as I can. I'm not working from the bottom. I'm working from the top because I want to create space.
Sure.
That's what I want to do. So for someone who has a lot of space, then you work from the bottom. If you want to create space and you want the eyes to look as big and bright as possible, then you've got to work from the top. I'm just using an eyeshadow. I'm not using anything fancy. This is an eyeshadow, and you can even create these beautiful brows just with a simple eyeshadow. Although I tend to use lots and lots of products depending on the eyebrows and what it demands. But in
Mm-hmm.
this case, I feel an eyeshadow is absolutely perfect. So the arch should be about 2/3 of the way through the eyebrows. And now I'm going to just highlight underneath the brows. The palette which I'm using is by Cinema Secrets. We have it available with us. It's one of the best palettes ever. And this is called the Ultimate Eyeshadow number 5 in 1 Pro palette.
Got it. Can we also see the palette a little closer to the lens, just for our viewers to know what this is? Okay, super. Thank you. So we're just finishing the...
Okay, that is it. That is the
Wow.
final of how to make the eyes look as big as possible, to have a beautiful smooth base and a long lasting foundation for the whole night. I mean, whether it's 6 hours or 8 hours, your base is going to stay on. And if you feel that your skin is extra oily, I would suggest you to get um, maybe like a tissue, just wipe the center of your face wherever you feel it's oily, and then just reapply a little bit of translucent powder or a blotting powder, and you're good to go.
You're good to
Because it
go.
always takes about half an hour or 40 minutes for the makeup just to settle into the skin. So have a look at the skin before you walk out, readjust it, and it should be perfect.
You're done. Wow.
Yep.
This is so good. Thank you so much, Vidya, for showing us this. And of course, for our viewers who have joined us. And you can catch the whole episode right after we end the live, because we will be uploading this on IGTV. Thank you so much, Vidya, for doing this with us.
Thanks a
And
lot. I had a lot of fun. And so did Nicole. Did you have fun? Great.
thank you. Had a lot of fun doing this. And for all our
Thank
viewers who
you.
want to keep subscribing to longer tutorials, to also do it together with us, go check out the link in the bio and find out all about our memberships, and just subscribe and we will reach you out. Thank you so much, Vidya. Thank you for doing this with us, and see you
Thanks a
again.
lot. And I'm going to continue with my Halloween look.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. See you later, guys.